All right, welcome back. So the Roodepoort Theatre, it marks a major milestone this year, commemorating 45 years of enriching the cultural landscape of South Africa. So join us as we honor this remarkable journey from its inception. This was back in 1980 as Pro Musica Theatre to its current status as a flagship of Joburg City Theatres. The Roodepoort Theatre has consistently pushed the boundaries of artistic expression. As we know, back in 2013, under CEO Xoliswa Nduneni-Ngema, it became part of Joburg City Theatres, and then it obviously evolved into a more vibrant home for diverse productions and community engagement. And so now we're going to be joined by James Ngcobo, the Artistic Director of Joburg City Theatres, perhaps to weigh in and celebrate this feat. Good morning, James. Welcome.
Thank you so much for again inviting us.
Of course,
really
it's important.
Yeah.
James, you know the importance of theatre and what this has obviously done for us to heal and perhaps to also reflect. And so I wonder if we look back over the years, the role of the Roodepoort Theatre, just what it's, showcased over the years, even just in terms of classical music, theatre. I mean, how do we begin to celebrate this milestone?
I mean, if you look at just that pocket of the city, people in Roodepoort and people coming outside of Roodepoort have always had such an affinity for the space, because in terms of its curatorial ideas, Roodepoort has created a very strong visibility of dance, classical and contemporary, and it's got one of the best acoustics in the country, and so there's been like operatic elements that have happened in the space. And for us, looking at the milestone of 45 years, we want to, and the theatre's just been refurbished. It looks absolutely amazing, and thanks to the city of Joburg that looks after these entities of the city. So we just want to have a beautiful preservation of the content that the theatre is known for, and then add new content in the space, because we are constantly looking for that other constituency that doesn't know the space, and we want to get them to know the space. So these three theatres are a cluster of the theatres called Joburg City Theatres, and ours is to really program for the diverse community of this city, or of this metropole of Joburg.
I remember watching a Xhosa opera there, and it was mind-blowing. And to your point, it changed my view of what opera is supposed to sound like as well. And so, I mean, if other people can get integrated into the spaces and be changed, I mean, this is how it can be, propelled even further. So talk to us a little bit more about the Golden Chronicles. This is obviously something that's going to be staged as well. What do you think is going to be coming through on that front?
So we started this new sort of path that we are carving for the space. We had Zane Mears. He did a piece where we celebrated the life of Chris van Wyk that did absolutely very well. And so the Chronicles is just part of this new programming that we are talking about. And for me, a theatre is always this laboratory where you need to try things, because if you don't try stuff in the theatre, then you'll be stuck with what you always do. And so it's important to say this is what we do very well, this is what we're known for, but at the same time, our future aspirations for the space is to make it as diverse, or just my favorite word that I like to attach to the theatre, eclectic. A theatre needs to be eclectic, and the theatre needs to constantly look for people that maybe don't usually go to it. And so as artistic director, I'm taking it on in a very exciting way. I've got a dynamic team that I'm working with. And now, after the 45 years, where we are honoring 30 unbelievable actors, we are giving stars. Unfortunately, I can't mention the names. But when it's all out there, you will see we are honoring like amazing footprints of people whose immense contribution to the sector is just absolutely amazing. And we said, as the Joburg team, and it was quite a robust thing when we sat as a team and just throwing names in the hat, and finally we came up with these 30 people, because we love the idea that people park their cars, walk towards the theatre, and around the foyer they see how the theatre, because I always say there's artistic amnesia in this country when we don't remember what people have done that is clearing the way for the next generation of content producers. And so it's very important. It's a phenomenon you find all over the world where they love to honor people and the stories that they came up with and the bravery that they brought into the space and just a complete orbit of stylistic orbit and content and that. So it is important that somebody who's at grade 12, a young person who's at grade 12 now, and they go and study, and when they're done, they go to the Roodepoort Theatre to do their first production, and they walk around and go, oh, there's the, it sets a bar. I think we all need people that set a bar for us, somebody that you look up to. And so, and our audiences, for them to also, before they walk in to watch whatever that they've come to see, to celebrate just that visibility of the most genius people that we've had, the storytellers.
Absolutely. It's about celebrating our own. I wonder if you can't mention who is amongst the 30, are they alive or is it posthumous? Because we also have a tendency to only celebrate people once they pass in our country.
I will tell you that 90% of them are alive.
Thank you.
And some very young. And because this notion also in this country that people have to be 85 before they're honored is also not right. They're young people who are producing amazing work, and we need to honor them as they are galloping on the trot, and honor young people. So we're very cognizant of that and set. And so I would, confidently say 90% of them are absolutely alive.
Just as we wrap up, the role of theatre in its sparking conversations and in also shining or serving as a mirror for where we are as a country. I mean, what do you think this is going to evolve into 45 years and beyond now, seeing as it's, predated our own democracy, and so we're reimagining what the future then looks like?
I mean, I've always said that theatre is a beautiful conduit between the country, its people, and the stories that evolve out of the people. Theatre also is in such synchronicity with the evolution of the country. So you look at where it comes from. It was a different landscape in this country, and this amazing monstrosity has been just like really surfing the time, and we are now in this new the South Africa that has gone through a complete metamorphosis. We're taking the theatre to say, what can it produce that speaks to the contemporary tapestry?
Oh, James, thank you so much. We're wishing you and your team all the best of luck. Looking forward to the many more productions and performances coming through. This morning, passionately joining us to chat about, obviously, celebrating 45 years of existence, James Ngcobo, Artistic Director of Joburg City Theatres, exploring the Roodepoort Theatre's remarkable journey, its future plans for artistic excellence, and of course, just how it also continues to help us heal as a nation. So we'll leave that conversation there and be right back after this.